Hi guys, welcome back. This is part 4. It's been about 2 weeks since I last recorded. The reason why is I put a load of clips together, and when I transferred them over to iMovie, I put it all together, and when I tried to bring it back to the phone so I could upload it to YouTube, the phone wouldn't accept the size of the video. So I started deleting videos to make some room, and accidentally deleted the videos I've been making for the channel. So I've had to do some more. Some of the work has been done now, and while I was being done I was recording it, and all those videos are missing. So what I'm going to do is show you, update you of all the stuff I've been doing, and I've recorded some more video clips of some more work that I've carried on with. So I think last time I was actually stripping this wall out for the side dinette. As you can see, it's all been boarded up now and papered over, all to match. I've started putting the seat bases back in. I haven't fitted them yet, they're not riveted or screwed or anything like that, they're just put in place just up to the wall. As you can see, it's quite a nice finish on that paper. You still got that's the joining between the two boards, runs right down to the wheel arch there. There'll be a trim going on there, the proper trim that joins the boards together and also seals the paper in. I've been up on the roof, that's all supported back up now. This is the part which is going to be done next. We need to put some new roofing joists in. I think I showed you on the last video that they're the rotten joists there. You can see where they come down both sides and they run to the walls. We've got a little bit of bare wall over here, which is not much, considering the other side was practically cut out, all the bad bits, but you can see where I've cut out the wallboards and I've left the insulation in place. It was nice and dry, and I've put a new batten right in the top there. This is where it drops down. There's a bigger batten at the back for the plastic part of the roof. It also runs up and it goes right up there. You can see there's battens that go right along the roof. They're all bonded. If I go back over there, you can see where it's been wet. It's totally dry now. You can see as well where the actual wall, the roof, the ceiling boards are stapled. You can see them there. They go half and half on the roofing joist. You can see there. So what I'm going to do is make up the ceiling boards in the next few days and renew all these roofing joists. You can see where the screws are coming through right the way along. These are the screws which hold the strap on the outside, which hold these two pieces together. It goes from aluminium to plastic. If I take you into the toilet and shower area, I'll show you what I've been doing in there. Oh, we better get some lights on in here, this a bit on the dark side. Put my spotlight on as well. Right, I don't know whether I showed you last time I was in here. All the footage of scraping this wall back has been lost, unfortunately. It was like really damp polystyrene, which I scraped right back to the aluminium skin. I've renewed every bit of timber back here, and I mean all the way around the top. This is a new wallboard here. You can see it's just ready to take the one below it. As you can see, it's absolutely solid in here now. I'll show you what I've been doing a bit lower down. There's a lot more work done yet. I haven't done nothing to the back panel yet. You can see you can see here is where the backlight is, and we go up and there's like a indentation where the grab handle is, but there's a bit of rotten wood around this. It's going to be done soon. But if we move back to the sidewall, you can see brand new right the way along the floor, new timbers, and this is the access door for the toilet cassette. It's been removed. I've put all new woodwork around it. It's all been bonded in and screwed back in. That door is totally sealed now. There's one of the new battens there. This one with an extra batten I put in is only bonded to the inside, to be honest with you. It's just to give it a bit of strength. This part in between the lower batten, which is the correct one for the Caravan, the one which is just an additional one. So in between is where the damage is outside. Now there was a big cut. It started as a dent and got deeper and went into a cut. It was like cut open like a can of beans. I did have footage of me tying that all back together. Behind this insulation here, there's actually a piece of plywood which the cut is screwed into both sides of the cut with tiny stainless steel screws. It pulled all the cut together, and I bonded it to the plywood inside, and I've put a slightly thinner insulation over the top of it, so the Caravan is all fully insulated. I'm really pleased with the turnout of this. The way I've been wallpapering and boarding this was papered before I fitted the board. Papered it. As you can see, the join is really good. It's affecting the light a minute. If I come back a little bit, you can see the differences in the two colours. It's not a bad match. I'm happy with it. It's impossible to get the paper. The paper in the toilet is a lot lighter than the original, than what's in the front part of the Caravan. That is slightly darker, but I'm going to go right the way through the Caravan with this colour. It'll brighten things up as well. This is the same as what I've done on the side wall, where the side dinette is. If I can just come back up now. The next job will be to be doing all that down there. Excuse the mess, there's stuff everywhere. Yeah, go back to this wall. Trying to avoid the window. That's my next door neighbour's trailer tent outside. So if I go down to the front of the Caravan, you can see what I've been doing down here. I've stripped out part of the blinds. You can see there's the blackout and the fly screen, but I've stripped this corner out. I was hoping to remove this panel, this corner panel here, so I can get right into this wall, because I had to replace these battens which the awning rail screws to. They literally fell out of this wall. They were totally washed. If I could put it in those words, the awning rail had been leaking, I think for many years. It rotted the wood and carried on leaking, and it washed the wood down into the front locker. There was very little bits of wood left in there, to be honest with you. I cut this board up as far as I could. It's up there. It's up behind the pelmet. So the further back you come, you won't see it. But I'm in the process of making these boards up. I've also put a new batten right along there. If I move this curtain out of the way, I've come to that part of the window, and I've removed this, and I've cut down just below where this goes, so the new board will actually go behind this. It'll also go behind all this front shelf, slides in there. I'll take you outside soon and show you in the front locker, because this awning rail batten runs right the way down to the bottom. It's completely new now, and all the awning rail has been screwed to it. These battens have been bonded in with the crystal clear fix-all I showed you in previous videos, so they're all solid now. Just opened the front locker access door. Fantastic mechanism on this. It just lifts up and stays up there. It's brilliant. It's not held up with those bungee straps there, just holding the tarpaulin down. It's just wrapped them around there while I open this up and show you inside. Yeah, this is a firewall. This is for the gas bottles. There are the wheel chocks. Got all the extras this Caravan has. Got 2 lights in here as well. Spare wheel. Grass. Artificial grass. That's just a mat. Not supposed to be in there really, because there's a vent at the back there. Should be covering our dropout. That's the gas leak dropout vent there. But this is what I wanted to show you. I've been up in this corner. I had to remove the bracket that holds the gas bottles in. It was screwed to this firewall. But as you can see, if you look up, you can see where it comes down. That's the windowsill up there. You can see there. And I just peeled this back, pulled it right back like this, propped it open with a bit of wood, which I'll probably do now. I can just prop it open with a bit of wood. You can see in there properly then. There we go. This is how I worked on it. This is very sharp. I did cut my hands a couple of times on it, but I've put a new batten right in the bottom. It goes all the way up, and you can see it runs all the way up there, right inside the Caravan. It's all bonded in with the fix-all crystal clear. So if I take you outside now, take you around the side of the Caravan. I don't know whether you can remember originally this awning rail was all loose and it was open. You could see right inside. The seal is right back now. They are going to be removed again, and I'll be putting the non-setting mastic in there. That's why I haven't put the trim back in. The trim is still out. You can see all the screws. I did have footage of me doing all this outside, but again it was lost when I deleted by accident. This is the rail you can see inside. Runs completely right alongside of the Caravan. I removed the green trim, pulled all the screws back so they were just in the holes, and I renewed that batten inside, bonded it in with the crystal clear fix-all, and then put a small drill bit in there just to make a pilot, and re-screwed it. So all these are solid now. There's no gap. They will be getting removed again the same as the awning rail, when I go outside the Caravan, and I'll be removing every aluminium trim and putting a new sealed bed. So that'll be the bottom one. Runs right along the Caravan, well, runs to the wheel arch and it carries on after the wheel end to the back bit. But the mastic in there is probably as old as the Caravan, and I've got new stuff to go in, clean it all out and put new in. Taking you back to the back of the Caravan, where we're back in the toilet. There's the access door there. I explained inside, I've renewed all the timbers around it and screwed it back in. But the main issue with this Caravan was the dent starting here, which went into a tear. I don't know whether you remember in the last videos there was a steel plate. It was riveted onto here. It was absolutely terrible. And what I did, I left 6 or 8 holes on every corner where it was. There was one there. I don't know how far up it was. They're all going to have to be hidden. Yeah, there's one there. One there, which I filled over now. And there. Inside I used aluminium mesh with fiberglass to bridge those holes. This is just one skimmer filler straight into the dent and the cut. I've left it for a 5 and I'm going to come back to it at a later date. It's fully waterproof now. And whether you remember those pinholes in the Caravan from the inside, when I bonded the insulation inside, I put a blob of the white sealant adhesive over every hole first, and when I pushed up the aluminium it squeezed out like a worm. And what I did then, I just cleaned it off. And whether I can focus in there, it'll focus, and I can find one of the, very difficult to focus in on those. Oh, there's one there, look, I don't know whether you can see that. So it's not a hole no more. It's a bit of sealant which I've just wiped off with a bit of methylated spirits. There it is. It's flush, it's white, it's not going to leak, but at a later date I can put a little bit of that white filler over the top of that. There's another one there, look, see. It's not a hole no more. That's the white sealant adhesive which squeezed out of the hole, and I cleaned it up. Excuse the state of my fingernails, I have been working. That's the vent which you've seen on the inside. It's just a cutout in the insulation at the moment, but there will be a cover on the inside as well. So that's it with the outside. Just give you a quick look. This is just a quick update on the Caravan really, is because I lost all that footage. Quite a shame really, because there was quite a lot going on. This tarpaulin goes right over the top of the Caravan, which is what I've covered it up while I've been working. Almost covers the back. Excuse my fairy lights, they're not for Christmas, they're just decorative. Back in the Caravan. I was going to mention something. Yeah, there was a lot of work done on this wall, which I don't know whether you can remember. This was original here, and I had a join coming down there. It went along there, it went down there. I think it went just the other side of that bunk bed mount. It went all the way down. It went right across there, right up to there, right up to the back of the wheel arch, and went down. The rest of it was original board, all stained and what have you. So we put new wallboard, patched it all in, and with paper straight over the top of the whole thing. Took this window seal out. I've put it back in now, but it's not fixed in properly. It was just so I could close the window. All these windows will be getting resealed when I go outside and do all the aluminium trim, and when I reseal the awning rail I'll be doing the windows at the same time, but that'll be probably a full day outside. My main concern is to get this inside finished. So there guys, you've just seen the time lapse of the bigger board which we papered for the toilet and shower section. This is the board for the front section where it slopes down for the front windows. It's a side panel. I've put a coat of PVA, 75% PVA with water, both sides of this panel. It seals it up ready for the wallpaper adhesive. I cut the wallpaper almost the size, slightly bigger, ready to make the job a bit easier. So we'll just place that by there. The next job is to mix up the wall covering adhesive. This is Tech Fix, especially designed for vinyl papers. It's got it's not your normal wallpaper adhesive. It's extra strong. So we give it a stir first. It's already been stirred today, as you've seen in the time lapse. I did the other board because it's been sat for a while. I just thought I'd give it a quick stir. Right, the next job is to wet the back of the paper with water. So what we use for that is a sponge and fresh water and give it a good soaking. Make sure you get all the edges, really important. Just let that soak for 5. While that's soaking, we can give a coat of wallpaper adhesive to the actual ply. Again, make sure all the edges are fully coated. As you can see, I pulled it forward not to get any paste on the table. That's fully coated. The next job is to lay the paper. They say about 5 minutes soak. May not have been 5 minutes, but just put it on anyway. Go. Place that on. Next job is to use wallpapering tool. I always use the nylon type. There's plenty of pressure behind it. No air bubbles. Always curls up on the edges until you trim it. To trim it is a very sharp knife. fully trimmed. What I'm going to do now is just put some pressure on all the edges. You can see more adhesive coming out. Make sure no adhesive dries on the surface. So there's no more adhesive coming out of there now. That's it. Just get the cloth and just run down the edges. Just look down in the light and you'll be able to see if there's any adhesive left on the paper. You don't want that drying on there. Once it dries, it leaves a darker stain. So that's it. Always warps a little bit. There's some moisture in the adhesive, but it soon dries out. As you can see, that's the side panel in the front of the Caravan. That's where the Caravan slopes down. So once that's all dry, it can be fitted. So that's it there, guys. Both panels made. As you can see, the larger one is for the toilet. You can see the cutout for the toilet cassette access door and the vent that goes in the bottom of the shower wall. All fully bonded and nice and dry. And there was our front panel we just seen me making last. I have been around with the blade and done the final trim on all of it, so it's got a nice clean edge now. So time to fit the boards now. As you see me make up this board earlier in the video, I've just put all the adhesive on the wall ready, and I'm just going to fit this board on camera and show you. I've already fitted the toilet wall board off camera. Really difficult to get a camera in here, so I thought I'd set the camera up for this one just to show you. But simple as that, you just put long beads of the adhesive on and hopefully the board will stick to it. just get the seal back on the board. This is a rubber seal in between the two panels. Excuse the noise, it's absolutely blowing a gale out there for some reason. Right, what we do now, we just push it all in place. Let that adhesive do his magic. We get a nice flush fit. As I've been doing with all the other wall boards, until the adhesive sets, the boards like to pop off the wall, so I've just put some bits of plywood and some braces just to hold it in place. But as you can see, all fitted nice, hardly any gap there. Obviously we'll be having a nice trim running down there. The next job is to fit this small board in here. Sorry, that last bit didn't show with the small board I was trying to point out. Camera was in the wrong position, but that's it there, it's been fitted now. As you can see, it's nice and flush both sides. Goes all the way up. This wall is all going to be papered now in the same colour as this bit. We got quite a bit to do. It goes up there, a little bit in the top where we got that board joining the original board. Goes around the window and comes down, comes all the way down and around. As you can see, that's a little bit of staining. It's because this board actually got worse and worse as it got along towards the front, because it was getting damper, and eventually all the board was real bad here and across there. This is why it's been cut out. Papering shouldn't be too bad. There's a little gap in the furniture which I can just get the paper behind. So, and this obviously this bit will go back flush. I pulled it away so I could fit the board down in behind, but as you can see, there's two screws. One there, there's a batten below. It screws back into place. I believe this is what old ducting and stuff for the heating, and there's a few pipes and what have you in there. Yeah, but that's it I think for now. So I hope you enjoyed part 4 of the video. Tried to cover as much as I could, all the stuff I lost, give you an update on what I've been doing. Hopefully part 5 will be here soon, with a lot more stuff to show you, including putting all the furniture back, also doing the toilet, putting the toilet back in the shower tray, fitting and renewing the rear wall in the toilet as well before I do that. So enjoy, see you next time, bye.